Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily create pivot tables in Microsoft Excel. Pivot tables are awesome because they make analyzing your data much faster and easier because they let you slice and dice your data in many different ways without the need to create complicated formulas. Let's get started. I've created a sample table of information from a fictional fast food restaurant. In this table, I have the following information: the year, month, country, product, quantity sold, and total sales. I'll begin by clicking on the table, and then I'll click on the Insert tab in the ribbon. On the right, there's Pivot Table and Recommended Pivot Tables options. I'll choose the Recommended Pivot Tables, and it will show me some options that Excel has determined might suit my needs. We have sum of total sales by country, sum of quantity sold by country, sum of total sales by product, and so on. However, I'm going to show you how to build your own pivot table. So I'll click Cancel and then choose Pivot Table from the menu. A pop-up menu appears that wants me to confirm the data and where I want to place the pivot table. The default, selected table or range, has accurately predicted the range of my table, so I'm good. However, if I wanted to, I could connect to an external data source, but I'll save that for another video. Next, Excel wants to know where I want to place the pivot table. I could have it on a new or existing worksheet within my document. I'm happy with it being in a new worksheet, so I'll click OK. Now, as you can see, I have a new worksheet in my workbook called Sheet 2, and on the left I have a placeholder for the pivot table. This is where the pivot table will appear. On the right, we have the pivot table fields. In this area, we can see all of the column headings from our original data table. Below that, we have filters. This is where we can filter our data, rows, columns, and values. Let's say I'm curious about product sales by country. I'll begin by dragging the product to the rows area. Now we can see that we have the products listed in the pivot table area. Next, I want to display the countries in the columns. I'll do this by dragging the country to the columns area. And again, as you can see, the countries are now displayed on our pivot chart. Finally, I'm going to drag the total sales to the values area. And this is why pivot tables are so awesome. I haven't had to create any complicated formulas, and yet I know the individual product sales by country. I'm going to format the results so they are displayed as currency. I'll highlight the data, and then go to the Home tab, and select Currency from the drop-down list. And I'll also get rid of the cents to make the information look a little cleaner. Now, what if I want to display the product sales as a percentage of total sales for each country instead of in dollars? I can highlight the Australia column, and then right-click and look for Show Values As, and then choose Percentage of Column Total. We can now see that, for example, cheeseburgers account for 36.02% of Canadian sales. Again, we've done this without having us to create any complicated formulas. Comment below or give this video a thumbs up if you think pivot tables will make your analysis so much easier. Now, let's say you're more concerned with the quantity sold rather than dollar sales. This is where pivot tables shine. I can go to the Pivot Tables Fields menu and easily remove the sum of total sales from the values area by dragging it out. And then I can drag the quantity sold into the values area. And now you can see all the dollar sales have been replaced with a quantity sold. Next, I'm going to show you how you can further filter the data shown in the pivot table. Let's say I want to filter by country. I can drag the country into the filters area. You will now see that in row 1, I have a country drop-down list that is currently selected to all. This means that the information shown in the pivot table below is for all countries combined. But let's say I only want to see the results for the United States. I can click on the Filter button and choose United States, and now the pivot table is updated with that filter applied. I can easily remove the filter by dragging it out of the filters area and dragging it back into the columns area. Finally, I can create charts for my pivot table by going to the Insert tab in the menu and then select Pivot Chart. I'll be presented with a number of different types of charts. For this example, I'll choose the Stacked Column chart. You'll see that there are gray buttons on my chart. The ones with the arrow on them allow me to filter my results right on the chart. Let's say I only want to see the results for the United States. I can click on the Country button, unselect all, and then choose United States. Because it's only one country, the chart is now displayed as a single column chart rather than the stacked column chart we had earlier. I'll remove my filter by selecting all, and the chart is changed back to a stacked column chart. As you can see, pivot tables are a powerful tool that can make your analysis projects much easier. Please comment below if you found this video helpful. And please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to be notified when I release new videos. Thanks and have an excellent day.